Welcome folks, R30Hedron here, and I'm going to be starting a Let's Play series of one of my favorite games, SpaceChem. Major reasons why I love this game is because it combines space, chemistry, and programming, all three of those into one sort of really fun puzzle game. So nothing for it, rather than to just jump straight in. I have played this before. Mind you, most of the later progress of that kind of came more from walkthroughs and other things, but nothing for it, and just start off anyways. So, SpaceChem is made by Zachtronics Industries, which is indie, so it is an indie game. Plus, Zachtronics Industries also ended up making Infiniminer, which was a precursor to Minecraft. Kind of an interesting full circle, so to speak. This is an external video. Along with a handful of other things, I will link to this in the description. If not, Andy stops by all means, remind me. So, as per typical, we got tutorial levels. I'm going to completely ignore the tutorial because I think I know how to play. So, we have these Waldos. They can pick up molecules, they can drop molecules, rotate molecules, input, output. And now I'm starting to sound like that one video. So let's do this. Drop and output. So he'll go in, call the input into alpha, grab, drop it into this box, and then output to, I think that's psi. I know it's Greek letter, I think it's Greek letter psi, PSI. So drop, output, in, grab, drop, out. And grab, drop out. And yeah, I will. A large number of these early levels are going to get really repetitive. But yeah, when you're doing SpaceChem, you have three things that you're trying to optimize: the elapsed cycles, the number of reactors used, and the symbols used. Each one is sort of a negative relationship. If you have less cycles, you need more. Usually, you need more symbols, and if you want less symbols, usually it takes longer. There are exceptions. Some people are able to get it much lower, and some people are able to get it much higher. For some of the more inefficient ones, and then reactors used, that'll come into play a little bit later. And then this button down here—that's how I recorded the first two videos on this YouTube channel. Both of those are actually custom levels, which those will be fun to get to when we finally get to it. So these are research levels that we're doing right now, research tutorial levels, and now it wants me to do the... I'm not going to use a blue Waldo, I'm going to do this out of spite. And that's not even the right position. So I'm going to... This is the exact same level as the last one, except with a different molecule. That's pretty much it, and I'm going to solve it in a completely different way. Interesting thing, you can rotate these. You'd be surprised how long it takes some people to realize that. And I apologize in advance for not being able to see behind that very well. But input, grab, out, drop. And this is what's known as debugging. You need to output on omega. Which is why, yeah, molecules cannot crash into each other. That's an important detail to remember. Also can't leave the boundaries of the reactor and a couple of other things, and yeah. And there we go. Not too shabby. Let me move on to the next one. Gold needs to go from alpha to omega, and platinum needs to go from beta to psi. I think I'm going to do this, so input there, and grab. Do that. Then this guy will need to go up. Nope, that's not it. I wanted input, grab, down, like that. Drop there, and output there. Then drop here, and output. That should do it. So in, grab, drop, out, in perfect synchronization. In perfect synchronization. Oh boy. This is like the third or fourth time I've had to re-record this entire first episode. Part of it is because I'm using a different codec, and part of it's because I'm using a different program. This is the first time I've been able to record a full-screen video, which is fantastic. And so far, no problems. Partially because I'm not using Cam Studio this time. I'm using HyperCam 2, which recently, last month, became free. So that definitely helps quite a bit. I don't really care about you. I don't like the tutorial. I know what I'm doing. So, yeah, handful of issues that I've had. Mostly just audio-visual synchronization, but I think everything's fixed by now. I hope. So this level introduces bonds. So I'm going to start with this trick. If you have a Waldo that runs into a wall with a command there, it will continue to fire that command. In this case, bonding atoms, which is what this level is trying to teach. So input and grab, so we'll grab the silver. Then we'll input to beta. So we'll get a fluorine once this is there, and that'll bond, making silver fluorine, which will then take over here, drop, and output. So in, grab, bond, drop out. Multitasking and multi-threading is an important concept to get a grasp on for this game. So, not bad. Boop, boop, boop. Yep. Not bad. And we're already almost done with Senimir 2. And it's exactly the same as the last level. No, seriously, it is the exact same level. Well, not the exact same. It's impossible to have the exact same, but it's close enough. So, in, grab, shift over to the red layer with that. That's not even the right symbol. I wanted input. Drop, and output to omega. So that should do it. In, grab, in bond, drop out. In, grab, in, drop out. And we know what that's going to do. So, low symbols, pretty much. Removing bonds. Now this one's D-bond. And guess what I'm going to do? This trick doesn't always work, but when it does, it saves plenty of time. I'm going to do this. Grab, drop, out. So that should do it. So grab, input, grab. All this time it's going to debond and then output both. And I'm going to shift over to save one cycle. Ba-doo, doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Chemical ping pong. And now we're already off to the second tutorial level, world, Senimir 4. This time we're introducing double bonds. So, another trick. Bond. This time, this guy goes here. Ding, 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 ding. Inputs, grab, input. And then at this point, there's going to be an oxygen here and an oxygen here. Those will get bonded once. When it's over here, it's going to bond twice because of this fellow. And that'll be the two bonds that we need for the oxygen. Just need to drop it there. And output. In, grab, bond, bond, drop out. And there's no music. Music must be between tracks. There is a story to this. I'm not going to bother reading it. You can if you want. Because the game has gotten so difficult towards the end of the game, Electronic Industries actually did release the entirety of the storyline for people that are interested, because not very many people get to the very end of the game. Waiting for the song. There it is. Okay. I was getting worried there for a second. I was wondering where the music went. I love the soundtrack for this game. And this is basically the exact same as the last level. Bond, bond, bond. drop, out. This trick, with a Waldo on the edge of the screen, fantastic, and is almost cheaterous. It doesn't always work, though, I will admit. So, there we go. On to the next one. This time it's debonding, which we're going to shift these over. Again, same trick, because as long as I'm able to do this with one Waldo, I'm going to do so. Shift this over, grab, and then a new concept I'm going to introduce, pausing. Because I don't know which direction that's going to rotate. So in, grab, rotate. And as you can see, that rotated in the direction opposite of what I wanted, and paused it for me. So now I can know to swap that. And then I want to drop there. And completely missed the key. I'm going to be using a lot of the keyboard shortcuts because doing this is going to get annoying. And there we go. Grab, rotate, debond, drop, out, out. So yeah, not half bad. Yeah, these levels are going to go by really, really quickly. Now we get to move on to the next concept. We've been doing research puzzles, now we're going to do production levels. Involving pipelines. So we need to get benzene from here to there, and acetonitrile from here to there. And it even comes with a little bit of a snippet about the molecule. Not too interesting, but some of the later ones do get a little bit more, not hilarious, but just kind of odd. So, yeah. Other major concept. You have to get 40 of the same molecule instead of the 10 we've been needed to do. So, everyone does the exact same concept for this one, except for those people who think they're cool and do the really long and lengthy pipelines just to take forever. Another tutorial. So we have a limited quota per map for these, so just have to connect it up. And there we go. Hydrogen and chlorine to make hydrochloric acid. And for all practical purposes, it's the exact same level we've been doing for who knows how long. Grab. Put the bonders here. Input on beta. Drop and output. And place it in the wrong spot. There we go. Grab, bond, out. So the bit of the lag was so that the these can actually get into the pipe. Yeah, kind of interesting. Some folks are able to get it in less cycles. All more power to them. And then the final level, this one actually will give a little bit of thought. No, that's not right. Let's do that. So that goes there. So another concept we can do, we can add a note. So I'm going to do that inside the reactor as soon as I figure out what I'm actually going to be doing. I think I'm probably going to do this. Let's try this. So this guy, again, running himself into the wall and bonding. Grab, input to beta, that'll bond twice, and drop there, and output. And then we can tell the note, it's going to be oxygen on top, carbon on the bottom, and it's going to be a double bond, so carbon monoxide. Then we have to move over to the next reactor over, get the hydrogen into place. First level, it actually introduces an interesting idea. Again, bond, but I'm going to do him over here. Run into that wall, then this wall though, will go in. Input on beta, grab, input on A, and another on A, so carbon will bond here with the hydrogen, and again over here with a new one. And we just have to drop it there, and complete the loop. I think that would do it. Move this over. So you can kind of see it inside the reactors. If you can't, let me know. That's probably a resolution issue. You can kind of see little carbon and oxygen go up, bond, bond. There we go. First formaldehyde. What does this one say? Huh. So, again, like so, and like so. Interesting thing, first time I played this game, I couldn't actually see into the reactors because the graphics card completely sucked in an old one of my family's old laptops. So, yeah. But now I can see inside the reactors, which makes me happy. So, and then we just speed right through. And there we go. Reaction Engineer. And we're off to the third of 9 planets. And I think this is probably a good enough stopping point. So that concludes the first, or probably what I'm going to deem the 0th episode of my SpaceChem Let's Play. Thank you very much for watching. Please give me some feedback in the comments. And happy space chemical engineering. Okay, I need to come up with a better catchphrase for this one. But anyways, thanks for watching, folks.